Hey guys, welcome to One Wayfinder. I'm One Wayfinder. You can be one too. I wanted to do a quick video today just to share a little bit about my thoughts on authenticity being freedom. I realized recently I was giving advice and I thought to myself, well, that actually came out really well. And I don't know, maybe I was surprised, but I realized in part that it was probably sort of this consolidation of different things that have um, maybe occurred to me or come together within me as I've grown through being on my journey. And so I thought I would just share what I said and some things that I've realized through putting this all together for you. What I said to this person was every decision that we have, every decision that we make, we have an opportunity to choose either freedom or bondage. And by that I mean that uh, in every decision, you have an opportunity to either be closer to yourself and your authenticity, who you really are, and or you have a choice to be further away from who you really are. And authenticity is really that truth of who we are. And so when we're not being true to ourselves, in a sense, we're lying. And I think I know when I was little anyway, I was always marveling at my older sister because she was such a fantastic, and I say that sarcastically, fabricator. She could lie and she always seemed to get away with it. And she also seemed to always remember what her lies were. So at one point, I intentionally decided that I would also try lying, and I found that I wasn't very good at it because I just could not remember what I had said. So, with regard to being inauthentic, if you're not truly being yourself, you are putting yourself in a situation of fabricating. And then when you fabricate, you have to remember, so you're lying, and then you have to sort of remember the lie, and then you build on the lie, and then the lie becomes a bigger lie. It could be just this massive rabbit hole that you go down, and conceivably put you in a situation where you're building on something that you then have to spend time thinking about how you can continue to pull that off versus the freedom that truly comes from being exactly who you are in the first place. So I realized that when I had told this person that every decision provides you an opportunity for freedom or bondage, what I realized is that every decision provides you an opportunity to be authentic or not. And, we do choose sometimes to go down these rabbit holes of whether it's chasing money, which some would say that's, chains of gold, or chasing clout, whether that's in an establishment, your workplace, church, or something like that, where now you're wearing a mask. And you're not being truly authentically who you are because you are you're chasing a title, right? So that's a different form of chain, and but all the chains are bondage, really. One of the most freeing aspects I feel that I've found in being on this journey and getting closer to who I am, truly who I am every day. And it's work. You never stop doing this. And, because we've all gone through things that kind of bring us to this place and still live within these titles. For instance, I'm a mom. I then am I have to check myself. Am I being like overly giving? Do I have my boundaries with my children that I need to have? That's, one of my like softer spots of, wait a second, like, let me double check myself and then make sure that I'm asking them to participate and things like that when I really need them to. So it's a work in progress every single day. And that's part of intentionally being on your journey. And so, I'm still doing it, but realizing that if we intentionally choose to be on this journey, we can actually intentionally choose to work on it every single day, just within the decisions that we make every single day. So I wanted to get that out there to you, because, I realized that authenticity is freedom. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, wait, I'm finding that speaking my truth is freedom. And, I'm actually really finding that healing is freedom. So I always say, like, hey, I don't know if anyone is going to watch this video or get anything from it. And then I've been doing these videos for myself because this was something of I had fear about doing this, and I had self-limiting beliefs that I wasn't good enough in so many different ways to come out and talk about what I've been through and what I've been doing in my journey. And so I'm overcoming that, and now I'm beginning to realize that maybe I do have some things that I would love for people to hear and hopefully consider, because they've been so helpful to me. And I'm also sharing these things with people in my personal space, and they seem to be finding some value in it. Anyway, so that's all I have for today. Think about every decision you make. Is it something that is really in alignment with who you truly are? And if you don't even know the answer to that question, well, that's a good place to start then, right? Like, start with that. Why am I having a hard time at this? Um, what does this mean? Am I having, is it with the title? Is it with the fulfilling the duties? Am I doing these things that aren't really, it's not really what I want to do? So it offers you really an opportunity to have a starting point if anyone was having a hard time trying to figure out how to begin the journey. It really can begin that way. Anyway, all right, I think that's enough. And I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.